View. Kells is with us on Gaming Morning Show. I am Ryan, that is Sean above. And Kells, thank you for taking the time to join us and let us learn more about Peachy Keen Games and the work that you're doing with Calico Game. I've seen this all over the place ever since I discovered it on Twitter and watched a lot of people play the game over the course of a few Twitch streams, some of which we're hoping to host after our show is over today. You're part of a two-person studio in Seattle. You build this game. Kind of give us the overview. What is Calico?
Yeah, and hi, thank you for having me. Calico is a cute and cozy game about running a cat cafe on a cute island filled with cute people and cute animals. It's kind of people call it sandbox, but we've been calling it like a dollhouse style. It's really open ended. You can kind of do whatever you want. You can play around with the animals and fill quests with people, and unlock the areas of the island that all have like different biomes and different kinds of animals, and just have fun.
Nice. I love how on brand, while describing it, your cat walked in the background. You have them very well trained. So now that people are a little bit more familiar with the game, let's talk a little bit about why. What was your inspiration for this game?
Yeah, when I started making it, I wasn't actually planning on making a full game. I was trying to make my first game, because I had gone to GDC, which is the Game Developers Conference, for the first time, and every single person there I met was like, if you want to be a game developer, you have to make a game. So I got together some people and was like, we should make a game. And my first thought that came to my head was cat cafes and magical girls. So right from there, I started, and then every single other person involved had a life and got busy, so they dropped out. And then I got on Andrew, who's my co-creator, and we just kind of kept going with it, and we were getting really good positive reception. So we kept going forward with the idea, and people seem to really like it.
We're showing some pictures of this
We
game.
have
Oh, good.
Oh no, and we have cat cafes in Seattle, so we kind of have first-hand information on it.
Oh, you mean like legitimate? Like you can go into a cat cafe in Seattle? That's so cool.
Yeah.
And it's part of this game that I loved is your philosophy. We're gonna share your Ask Me Anything from Reddit because I thought there was a lot more information than we can cover in an interview of this timeline. But the one thing that stood out to me is you have this two-person team making a game that seemed to have kind of this theme of freedom, right? Like it's completely stress-free as much as you can make anything stress-free. Why was that important to you?
Actually, at first I had thought of the game as being like it would have it would have a Persona-esque nighttime where you would do fighting with the magical girls, and I had all these ideas, and then the feedback that I got a bunch from people was, I'm really happy to see a low stress game because there are all these options that I can pick for when I want a challenge and I want something to challenge me. And that's like a whole section of entertainment, right? Like you watch a horror movie to like tense you up, and or an action movie, but sometimes you just really need to chill and like your brain can't turn on at all and you're just tired and need something to just stimulate. And so we started moving forward with just doing low stress and focusing on that as like our core tenet. So yeah, whenever we were thinking like, how do you make a game with no fail states? So, and we tried to focus on just making things that you do this thing because you want to, and you get an inherent like joy from it, and that's the thing, the positive feedback you receive from that. And otherwise, it doesn't punish you for not doing the other things. And I think I'd love to see more games like that because again, sometimes you're just in that mindset where you need that.
So I had one important takeaway from the game, and I've been dying to know. One of my favorite things watching this game is when you pick up a cat and then you wear him on your head to travel around. how can I train my cat to do that? Because it's fantastic.
One of my cats, we did that because I used to put my cat on my head all the time. And she was like perfect at it until she was maybe one, like when she got really into her adult size, and then it just
Didn't
she
work
got
out.
really chonky and just would not stay up there. But I used to do that all the time. And she would just flop on there and I would walk around the entire apartment.
So good.
You have this two-person team because you mentioned you had a bigger group, and then all of a sudden it kind of whittles down, and you were able to work with Andrew, who was the technical director for this game, to make it come to life. What was the biggest thing or two that you took away from part of this process in terms of learning? What did you learn during the process of making this game?
Oh gosh. Like, it's funny the difference between the things I learned in the past 3 years of making the game with Andrew and the things I learned in the past 2 weeks of launching the game. So we have a publisher, Whitethorn Games. So we weren't totally alone, which is amazing because you need someone who's launched games before sometimes to give you advice. My biggest thing was the publisher helps a ton because I thought that we had a lot of information covered from me being connected in the industry. Like I'd gone to meetups and I'd gotten all this advice. I'd watched 300 GDC talk videos, but unfortunately, so much of that information is behind NDAs, the information that you really, really need. That unless you're working with someone and actually like have that professional relationship, you just might not have the information at all. So, yeah, actually, like professionally working with people who had launched a game before helped a ton. Even then, we made a billion mistakes. I think next time we do like PC early access because try releasing on all consoles at once without having the testing of 10,000 people playing the game. Like no QA team's going to cover that no matter what. Uh, it would help a lot with the first week of the bugs that we had.
So far, from what I can tell, the sentiment out there is it's been well received. I look forward to how you build upon it, but mostly appreciate you taking time to talk to us about it. Kind of seems like you've been on a little bit of a media press tour, if you will. You've had a lot of requests, I imagine. Kells, thanks so much. How can people find the game? What's the easiest way?
Yeah, they can find it at hold on, whitethorndigital.com/calico. That's where we have all the links to the different consoles and how you can buy it. Our Twitter is Calico Game, and that's where you can find updates. And we'll post updates from like Steam patches and the console patches and everything like that. So that's the best place.
Thanks so much for taking the time. We really appreciate it, and good luck. And like I said, we're going to try to find someone on Twitch that we can pass our Twitch audience to. Appreciate you joining us on Gaming Morning Show.
Yeah, thank you for having me again. Yeah,
Absolutely.
good morning.
Good morning, gamer, for sure. That's Kells joining us this morning on Gaming Morning Show. We really appreciate it. That was fun. The premise of this game is, as we've mentioned a couple of times, rebuild a small town's cat cafe and fill it with cute and cuddly creatures with the adorable community sim game. It's called Calico, and it's available now on lots of the machines. Hopefully you can find it somewhere near you.